Companies engaged in advanced manufacturing may employ 5 people or 5,000. Regardless of the physical size of the facility or the number of employees, all advanced manufacturing companies need many of the same manufacturing functions to create the products they produce. In just about every manufacturing company in the world, the following functional areas exist somewhere inside the facility: production, quality assurance, maintenance, shipping and receiving, engineering, and administration. Each of these functions plays an important role in the manufacture of products. Depending upon the product the company produces, some functions may have a higher priority than others. For example, quality may have a much greater physical presence in a company producing medical products than it might in a company producing aluminum cans. However, quality is important in both companies. Why is it important for different areas within a manufacturing company to work together? The first area you will probably notice in any manufacturing facility is the production area. The production area consumes the largest percentage of floor space in the company because the process of transforming raw materials into finished products can require a lot of equipment and machinery. Depending on the size of the building and the complexity of the products produced, the production area may be split into departments, each performing a different step. The responsibility of the Quality Assurance or QA department is to monitor and measure production processes to ensure that they produce products to the customer's specifications. The size of the QA department depends on the number of products produced and their complexity. In most production facilities, there will be a central area referred to as the QA lab. Most QA labs are temperature controlled because precision measurements can be drastically affected by small changes in temperature. The responsibility of the maintenance department is to maintain the production equipment so that it runs well and does not fail unexpectedly. Maintenance can be a big job because there are often many different brands and types of production equipment in a facility. The maintenance department staff must be highly skilled in the repair of electrical and mechanical equipment. The shipping and receiving area of the plant is responsible for the receipt of materials used to manufacture products. This can include raw materials, tooling, and other manufacturing supplies. The shipping and receiving area is also the area where finished products are prepared and shipped to customers. Production lines are often arranged so the shipping area is near the end of the production line and the receiving area is near the beginning of the line. This reduces time spent to transport materials in the plant. In some plants, the shipping and receiving areas are in the same location in the building. All manufacturing plants have some type of engineering personnel. Engineers can be responsible for the design of the product, the design of the manufacturing processes, and the selection of the manufacturing equipment. The size of the engineering area depends on the size of the facility and the number of products produced. The administration area of the plant is often referred to as the front office because it is typically located in the front of the manufacturing facility. Administration personnel can include those responsible for plant management, human resources, accounting, payroll, purchasing, sales and marketing, and customer service. Advanced manufacturing is far more complex and attractive than the historical stereotype of a dirty, dying, and undervalued career sector. Manufacturing remains the productive core of the American economy, driving technological advances that impact the world. As demand increases, so does the demand for an increasingly talented workforce to maintain this global competitive edge. The opportunities to work with leading-edge equipment in state-of-the-art automated plants are immense and increasing all the time. In fact, statistics show that the demand for qualified individuals in advanced manufacturing continues to increase. The range of people needed is extremely diverse, from specialists in areas such as quality assurance to individuals with general business skills. For any manufacturing plant to be successful, a vision must be set, goals established, and a plan implemented. This is the role of the owner, president, or general manager. The president is responsible for the plant's overall success and growth. This requires strong leadership and planning skills, as well as a working knowledge of the industry and the major areas of the plant. The core role of the plant manager is to manage the functions of production and the maintenance of the building. In some companies, the plant manager has oversight of engineering and the administrative functions, such as accounting. The plant manager has to make sure everyone works seamlessly and efficiently together to meet production goals. Operators set up, monitor, and control the machines that manufacture the product. Most plants have many operators because the production process requires many machines. Some machine operator jobs are highly skilled, as in the case of machinists. Some machines are manual, requiring an operator to control them, while others are automated machines and monitored by the operator. Automated machines often have computer interface terminals operators use to monitor the machine. The production assembly department assembles parts into finished products. Employees assemble components with threaded fasteners, glue, welds, or by snapping parts together. Many assemblers use powered hand tools or electronically controlled tools to aid in assembly. Welding is an example of a highly skilled assembly position that requires many hours of training. Experienced welders are often in high demand for manufacturing positions. Production finishers are responsible for applying the final, attractive finish on a product. The finish may include paint, screen printing, or powder coating. Some production finishers are also responsible for setting up and operating the machines used to apply some finishes. Production controls the process of planning, scheduling, and routing materials, parts, and assemblies within the plant from start to finish. The role of the production control manager is to develop the master production schedule and coordinate the resources necessary to ensure products are produced to meet the schedule. The production control manager manages a team of schedulers and expediters who work to implement the master production schedule. The Quality Assurance Department ensures that the plant's manufacturing system and products meet the quality requirements defined by the customers. The responsibility of the QA manager is to manage a team of employees that can include receiving inspector, process inspector, final inspector, and gauging technician. The Shipping and Receiving Department is responsible for preparing, handling, and inspecting incoming raw materials and outgoing finished products. The Shipping and Receiving Manager supervises a team that may include forklift drivers, material handlers, incoming material receivers, shipment packagers, and material inspectors. The Maintenance Department is responsible for maintaining the production equipment and sometimes the electrical, heating, and cooling systems of the facility itself. Maintenance technicians are also responsible for troubleshooting and repairing the equipment when it fails. The time period during which a machine is not running is called downtime. Downtime is very costly to most companies. These technicians are highly skilled and they are some of the highest paid employees in the plant. The Engineering Department coordinates resources and activities to support production. Within the Engineering Department, design engineers research and develop ideas for new products and the production systems used to make them. Design engineers also work to improve the performance and efficiency of existing products. Possibly the most important department in the manufacturing facility is the Customer Service Department. This department provides service to the customer before, during, and after a sale. The employees in this department are trained to ensure customer satisfaction with a product or service. They maintain ongoing customer relationships, which is a key part of continuing revenue. Manufacturing requires support staff. This support staff is grouped together and termed administration. The support staff includes individuals in the following departments: sales and marketing, human resources, purchasing, and accounting. The role of the sales team is to persuade or influence a customer to buy the plant's product. Marketing personnel support the efforts of the sales team by explaining and promoting the products. The role of the human resources or HR department is to attract and retain the right employees with the necessary skills and attitudes to be successful in the job. HR is often responsible for managing employee relations, training programs, benefits, promotions, and disciplinary actions. Before a plant can begin production, the purchasing officers oversee or manage the buying of raw materials to create the product, and equipment, tooling, machinery, parts, materials, and supplies to keep all of the departments functioning. The accounting department understands the financial status of the plant. They ensure that the plant is as profitable as it can be. Depending on the size of the company, the accounting department can be responsible for accounts payable, accounts receivable, and payroll. Who is responsible for setting up? Manufacturers arrange machines and employees to make them as productive as possible. There are 3 primary ways to arrange the production area of a plant: functional layout, cellular layout, and continuous flow layout. The selection of a particular type of production area layout depends on the type and volume of products that are produced. There are several factors that must be considered when designing and implementing a plant layout: product flow, production flexibility, variety of products produced, cost of the production equipment, skill of the labor required, and volume of the product. A functional layout groups machines of similar type in the same location, often called departments or functional areas. This type of layout is useful for producing a wide variety of products because materials can be routed from one department to another in any sequence. A functional layout is highly flexible but not the lowest cost layout because materials must often travel greater distances and machine operators must be more specialized. Higher product flexibility often requires more highly skilled employees. A cellular layout groups machines of different types and employees closely together in cells. Multiple steps of the manufacturing process are performed in each cell. The benefit of a cell is to eliminate unnecessary transportation and movement, thereby making production more efficient. The cellular layout enables employees working within the same cell to work together to make the process more efficient. In many cases, employees can be highly efficient by tending machines in the cell and performing other tasks while the machines are operating. In a continuous flow layout, each product flows through a series of stations that each perform a different step to make the product. Raw materials enter the line at the first operation and leave the line when they are ready for shipment. This arrangement allows for the production of high volumes of standard parts that require repetitive processes. Continuous flow layouts can be designed as flexible systems that make more than one type of product or that make variations of the same product. However, there are limits to the flexibility of this type of system and cost of equipment is high. There are many ways to arrange manufacturing equipment for production. The objective of the design is to pick the layout that is most economical while providing the flexibility and volume to produce the required output. The important thing to remember is that a manufacturing plant's capability is not necessarily related to the size of the facility. Many small companies have the same capabilities as larger ones. The effective use of the best plant layout is the most critical aspect of the company's capabilities. In addition to selecting the type of production layout, engineers also must select the number and type of machines to perform the steps of the process. One factor that affects the choice of machines is the speed at which the production line must produce products. Production lines must be capable of producing products at a rate that meets customer order demand. Manufacturers describe this rate using a concept called takt time. Takt is a German word meaning pulse. Takt time is expressed as the time between the start of production of one unit and the start of production of the next unit, with the speed set to match customer demand. For example, if customer demand is 1 unit every 6 seconds, the takt time is 6 seconds. The line must start a new unit every 6 seconds to meet customer demand. To meet customer order demand, every step of the manufacturing process must be capable of completing its step at takt time or less. Therefore, takt time determines the cycle times of the individual steps of the process. In many plants, a bell or tone is sounded at each takt time interval to help production employees keep pace with takt time. One challenge of designing and operating production lines is addressing the problem of machines that have different cycle times. If one machine runs slower than the others, material will build up at that station. To avoid this problem, companies design and operate their manufacturing process so each step takes the same amount of time, which is typically set to takt time. This process is called line balancing. Production lines can be balanced using a number of methods. One method is to adjust the speed of the machines to match each other. However, the line can run no faster than the speed of its slowest step. If machine speeds cannot be adjusted to match, the line can be balanced by idling the faster machines part of the time. If machine speeds cannot be adjusted to match each other, another way to balance the line is to add machines. For example, placing 3 machines in parallel that each produce one part every 9 seconds matches the cycle time of one machine that produces one part every 3 seconds.